We'll get an opening statement and then questions from the boys.
Real good win. As our guys continue to get better, to improve. I was worried because I didn't think, as I told Todd, I didn't think we practiced very good yesterday, but it wasn't. It was just a couple guys that we got to make sure they concentrate, and we tend to do that, but we're getting better with it. I think they looked a little tired tonight. I was real impressed at how Paul had them guarding and watching their tapes. Put a lot of pressure on people. I think maybe we backed them off with our guards getting by them a little bit, but I think we caught them on a good night. Marcus Marshall is as good as any guard we're going to play and guard. And obviously we gave a lot of attention to him and Reuter, and other than fouling them on shots, we did a tremendous job. Really happy Justin. Justin, you know, he hasn't played as well as he'd like, hadn't played as well as any of us had liked him to, but I think we've had 3 wins against really good teams in our league, with Devante not having a great game, Christian not having a very good game tonight, and then Justin not having a very good game. So I think we're going to continue to get better. I like the guys. I like where their mind's at right now, and our focus goes to Southern because we have not played very good there for the past 3 years.
Questions?
Greg, Justin have something to prove tonight? I mean, looked like it.
I think he's got something to prove every night. I think if you're a good player, he's not happy with how he's been playing. You know, we tried to make a little bit more of an effort to get him the ball, but also he's got to demand the ball. He's got to go get it with 2 hands. He rebounded a little better. For us to be really good, he's got to be good, and he's a good player. He's going to garner a lot of attention from other teams, and this is what he's capable of. And he's going against some guys in our league. They're undersized, athletic, smaller. They'll do different things to him, but for him to get production, it just makes you feel good because he's been working hard at it, and trying to do his part. He certainly did his part tonight.
You always want him to be aggressive. I mean, it was from the get-go, 7 straight points to open the game. Now, how do you get him to do this? I know, I mean, you've been begging for 4 years for him to do this. How do you get him to do this?
Well, I don't say begging, but you know, we all get a little frustrated at times when maybe he isn't as aggressive as he is. But I don't have to beg him to play. He's a good basketball player that wants to play well. He's shown that he can be outstanding. I mean, there was games last year at Notre Dame, other games. In the tournament, he was really good and competing hard and playing at a high level. He's shown he can be the best player on the floor. Can't always do that every night, but you certainly can defend and rebound, and sometimes the shots don't go in. But I haven't been frustrated with him. We just want to challenge him and tell him to be more aggressive, like you said, and he was tonight.
In terms of the mechanics of this game, you know, once Missouri State played a lot of zone, and his aggressiveness and flashing inside that zone, you know, just talk about the key of that tonight, especially after they wiped out the 14-point deficit. It really was that kind of built the deficit, or built your lead back up. We
had a couple spurts where we were really poor, but then, you know, we answered them. When they made their runs, we answered them pretty well and extended the lead again. We're doing a good job against the zone. Obviously, he's been playing, I don't know, 20% maybe, so we were ready for it, and we had 2 games where the other team zoned us some, so we're more comfortable. We try to get him in that high post area as much as he can, and we attacked that a lot in there and made some good plays. When we don't turn it over, we're a pretty difficult team to guard, but he sought the ball better tonight. He went and got it. Guys did a good job of looking for him, and he came out from the tip and was aggressive.
In the opener, NBC opener, Trey Bennett was huge for you guys. Kitchell last game, Justin obviously this game. How great is it to see every game, I mean, a different person stepping up for you guys to make it, I mean, hard to defend you guys?
Yeah, that's us. That's the way we recruit here. You know, we recruit good guys that want to work really hard and get better, and guys that can make plays. Any one of these guys, you look at Trey and Brent tonight, I think I got on them for shooting, and I looked down and they didn't hardly shot it very much either at all. We have got good basketball players that can make plays. All we ask them to do is be unselfish, and some nights the way teams are guarding you, it's going to be more your night than it is others. So these guys just want to win and want to help each other win. And it's an unselfish, good group that works pretty hard.
Greg, did Brenton take a major step forward defensively tonight? He was primarily on Marcus Marshall, and Marcus obviously didn't have a very good game.
We as a Coach Lou, we have a little deal we do after games for the defensive player of the game, and it was Brenton tonight. And I think that, I was kidding him, I think that taints the award a little bit, you know, because we got to get him playing better team defense and stuff, and taking more paying more attention and more attention to detail and things that we're doing. But he's a competitive kid. He's really competitive. He's a very good basketball player, and he has come as far as anybody with listening and understanding on a day-to-day basis, preparation, what you have to do to get better. He's getting other guys' shots. He's good enough that I think by the time he leaves here will be an outstanding defender.
Besides, you got that 12-point lead early, Missouri State comes back, takes the lead. Besides that stretch, are you getting closer to the 40-minute effort you want to see from your ball club?
Yeah, I mean, I think the effort's been pretty consistent, better.
40 minutes.
Yeah, you know, we do. We repeat mistakes that we need to start cleaning up a little bit more. And I need to relax a little bit on some. We have guys that are trying to make plays for others, so I have to calm down a little bit and not overreact when they do make mistakes, so they don't get shook and make another one. But the biggest thing is compete. Like, I got a little frustrated with the second shots in the first half and then fouling the shooters. That's just, I coach, every time I see something like that, it just turns in my stomach at Coach Wallman. You know, it's the dumbest thing you can do. So we did that a little bit too much, but we're getting better and our effort's more consistent, and it goes to back to our practices. We didn't have a great practice yesterday, but guys came in pretty focused today at shoot-around.
Greg, these new guys, you said they were taking a step forward after Evansville. It seems like they took another step tonight. How pleased are you with them after the new year and the way they're playing now?
I'm pleased. You know, I am. Obviously, we're still under 500. You know, and we've only played 3 games in the league, and we have a lot of work to do ahead of us. But what I like about them is they're improving, and they're trying to. They've always been trying to. It's just we're asking them to do different stuff than they've ever had to do. You know, every one of those guys is the best player on taking all the shots and doing whatever they want on their high school teams and junior college teams, but blending them in with an unselfish group of our core guys that's back, and they're getting there. And again, the great thing is they're going to continue to get better. They keep we just ask them, hey, you keep listening. We have a high ceiling yet. We're not done improving.
Is Devante getting a little bit more? It seems like teams are trying to force him away from his right hand quite a bit offensively. It seems like he adjusted a little bit tonight and did a better job of attacking on the left side. Is he kind of getting used to that? He
handles it. They can steer. We do that too. You know, guys can dribble with both hands, but some of them score better going to their right. And so maybe people think he scores better going to his right, which he probably does, so they steer him to his left. But he's got a really good left hand. He can get by guys and get to the basket. We just got to get him, you know, he's a tough critic. He'll be hard on himself about the turnovers, but he does so many things for us that we're going to have to live with a turnover or two out of him trying to play. But I think it goes, he's understanding better how they're guarding him on the ball screen. They're sagging, they're helping off him. Every time he drives, people are collapsing to him from other guys. So he'll keep watching tape and realizing that, and the mistakes that he make will decrease even more.
I asked you this yesterday, I'll ask you again. You're at worst going to be in a 2-way tie for first place. I know it's early, but still, that's obviously good. You know, how do you think this team handles a little bit of success with it?
Yeah, as we talked about it yesterday, I thought we did a really good job mentally on Monday, and then yesterday, 2 or 3 of the guys, you know, sucked the life out of us a little bit. Our veterans came in there ready to go. We started practice very well, and then you can't just punch the clock at practice. You can't just get through practice. We say don't be a get-through guy, be a get-from. You know, you have to get something from practice, and we'll stay after them and keep getting better. We need to get guys rested tomorrow, another mental day probably, and then have a real good practice on Friday. But you know, we're a team that's still under 500. We're a team that's getting better and happen to be 3-0 in the league. We're happy about that, but we're excited about where we're headed, so we want to continue to improve.
Anything else for Coach?